Mic check, 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 check. Mic check, check. I see that box isn't working, huh?
Yeah.
How you doing? Doing good?
No.
You say no?
Nope.
All right.
Okay, AP mic check, AP mic check. It's cutting in and out. Okay, I think we might have, there's a lot of mics up here. No, that's unplugged now. The only thing I've got on is the shotgun mic and the lav mic.
Oh, you're good.
Alright. Group mic check for all photogs in the room.
Okay,
Group mic check for all photogs in the room. Group mic check, check, testing, 1, 2, 3,
Okay,
4. Check, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Group mic check for all photogs in the room. Group mic check for all photogs in the room. Check, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Group mic check, all photogs. Group mic check, all photogs. Check, mic check, 1, 2, 3. Group mic check, all photogs. Group mic check, all photogs, all photogs. Group mic check, group mic check, group mic check. Group mic check, all photogs. Group mic check, check, testing, 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 testing. Group mic check, all photogs, all photogs, all photogs. Group mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Group mic check, group mic check. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting most thumbs up around the room, so I think we're doing a lot better now. Check, testing. I'll give us another 30 seconds or so. Check, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Check, testing, check, testing, check, testing, 1, 2, 3. Group test, all photogs. Group test. All photogs, group. Check, testing. Group test, check, testing, group testing. All right. So you didn't have one up here yet? Okay. There are a lot of frequencies up here right now. Group check, mic test, 1, 2, 3, mic test, 1, 2, 3, check, 1, 2, 3, mic test, hello, check, 1, 2, 3. What's up?
I was going to say, I can plug the boxes into the wall and give you guys access to that. I got a microphone for that. Like I said, everybody in the room I think is good. I think it's just the room itself.
47,100, 4,700.
Just the microphone for the room.
You ready?
Thank you for being here with us at UNLV today. My name is Francis McCabe, and I'm the Director of Public Affairs. Surrounding us in the room, our UNLV Media Relations team is here, and they will have the proper spellings of all names and titles of the speakers here today. Just to run through the order, it's going to be UNLV President Dr. Keith Whitfield, Dr. Margaret Hart, Associate Professor of French, Dr. Jason Smith, Professor of Accounting, Dr. Casey Tan, Professor of Operations Management, Marketing, and International Business, Clark County Commissioner and Chair Jim Gibson, and University Police Services Director Adam Garcia. Following the speakers, we will take a few questions. And with that, we're ready to begin. President Whitfield.
Good afternoon. I want to thank you all for coming to our campus today. And I want to begin by talking just a little bit about some of my impressions about the emotional state our university is in. I continue to meet with and listen to our students, our faculty, and our staff. I can say that our emotions are swinging like a pendulum. It appears sometimes at one moment that people are fine, and then the next moment it feels like they're being knocked down by a tidal wave of grief and pain. It's going to be a while before we get to whatever we can consider normal. But you know something? That's okay. It's okay in part because we are a community. We're a community at this university. We're a community within this incredible city and this incredible state. And I think we're here for each other, to take care of each other, and with that, we're going to be able to move forward. This is the resiliency that UNLV has of the city of Las Vegas, Clark County, and the state in general. I want to take a moment to thank our community at large, of the supporters that we've had. I have to tell you, we consider ourselves a community-engaged university. But over the last 48 plus hours, it has become more than apparent that our community loves UNLV. Whether it be from our community supporters, our local and state agencies, our hospitality business partners, elected officials, alumni friends, constantly, frequently, seems like at every turn, we can feel the support and love that they have for our university at this terrible time. There have been so many members of our community who have offered their time and in-kind services to be able to help our students and faculty who have been affected. I cannot tell you in my role as president of this university about how much that means. I meet and talk to students who have been touched by that incredible generosity, and it is making a difference in terms of trying to be able to get better. I'm also incredibly grateful and thankful by the outreach by phone, by email, by social media of so many people in the higher education space. Their offers of support have been overwhelming and numerous. The scope of the outreach starts with the Nevada system of higher education and our incredible Chancellor, Patty Charlton. It continues with the support that we have had from all of our Board of Regents and our colleagues right here at home from our sister institutions, including the Desert Research Institute, Nevada State University, and the College of Southern Nevada. It might surprise some of you all that we also have had incredible shows of support from our colleagues in the North, including and particularly President Brian Sandoval, who asked his university to wear red today in support of UNLV. You all may have been in this state longer than I have. You know that's going to be a first. But it's a first that shows the heart of our state, of our Nevada system of higher education, and the colleagues that you all have as the presidents of the great universities in this state. But you know, we felt that support not only within our state, but actually throughout the Mountain West and the rest of the nation. Whether it be from Wyoming to Colorado, Vanderbilt, Michigan, and many others. That support was even shown and shared with me today by President Joe Biden, who took the time to meet with myself, with Doug Unger, the representative for UNLV from the Nevada Faculty Alliance, Nicole Thompson, who is our president of our Graduate and Professional Student Association, Michaela Franklin, who is our CSUN president, as well as our chief, Adam Garcia. He offered love and support for UNLV. And we appreciate the support by President Biden, as well as the support from the entire Nevada congressional delegation, Nevada Governor Joe Lombardo, the Nevada State Legislature, and all of our local officials. Again, I want to offer our thanks to the brave men and women in University Police Services and all of the first responders who swiftly answered the call to protect our university. I think some of you all may have seen the video, and what you see is that these men and women were going into harm's way, not away from harm's way. They made a difference in how this tragedy was handled. You folks continue to give our campus a sense of safety when we need it the most. We'll continue to honor and remember our deceased colleagues. These were respected and important faculty members. They were men and women. They were husbands. They were fathers. They were sons. They were daughters. They had families. We're incredibly saddened by this loss, and I want to thank all of their colleagues who are joining us today to be able to honor their memories. Now, this morning I sent a message out to our university regarding the rest of the semester, including how finals will work. We've had similar plans like this that happened during COVID, and so in part we were prepared to think about the different kinds of options that we could take to provide our students. There are numerous reasons for our approach, and these decisions, including the ability for students to continue to pursue their career goals, as well as to recognize the hard work that so many have put in this semester. I think those options are going to be options that are going to fit for everyone, and we're going to be able to make this something where we can bring this semester to a close and be able to actually allow our students to be able to continue to achieve their goals. I also want you to be aware that we're moving forward with winter commencement, which is currently scheduled for December 19th and 20th at the Thomas and Mack Center. This in some ways was a very hard decision, because one of the struggles that you have when something like this happens is how much time do you give before you try to do the things that are normal. The issue is with commencement is that it's the ultimate achievement for our students. It's a major reason why we're all here as faculty and staff to be able to support and to help them to reach those goals. Commencement is one of the most special days in the day of this university. And I think after one of the worst days, or the worst day in the day of this university, it's appropriate, even though it's difficult, that we continue on and be able to celebrate our graduates' academic dreams fulfilled. Again, I want to reiterate for anyone who's listening, if you need help, ask for help. It is really okay not to be okay. We're getting used to in this country of seeing these kinds of incidents happen, but just because we're used to seeing them doesn't mean that they're normal or that they don't affect people. If you're not okay, if you're feeling stress, anxiety, depression, loneliness, other feelings, please ask for help if you need it. The university and our partners in Clark County are making available all the resources to be able to support our students, faculty, and staff, as well as the community. You can find these resources by going to unlv.edu. You know, what our university has endured on December 6th is nothing short of life-changing. We will not ever forget that day. But something all of you all need to know, I know it in my heart, and that is that UNLV is strong. And UNLV is resilient. We are part of an incredible community, and we will pull through together. I want to thank all of you all for your support, for your thoughts, and for your prayers. Thank you very much. Next, we will hear from one of our faculty members. Oh, you can. Thank you.
Dr. Margaret Hart.
Thank you so much for being here. On behalf of my departmental colleagues, I would like to offer my deep condolences to the families of Jerry, Patricia, and our own Naoko. I'm grateful to Dean Keene and to President Whitfield for their tributes to Naoko's professional contributions to UNLV. I would add that she was an inspiring teacher, hired in 2003 to develop the Japanese language program. She succeeded admirably with the courses always full. Just this morning, one of my students told me how enthusiastic she was in encouraging him to study in Japan. I hope we will also remember her for her multiple talents. Naoko was a triple threat artist. She was a professional concert pianist who left that career due to physical disabilities. She embroidered beautifully, creating her own designs. And every holiday season, she brought us her homemade chocolates. In a department full of cat lovers, Naoko was a cat lover supreme. Her office is covered, floor to ceiling, wall to wall, with cat pictures, drawings, puzzles, and calendars. Naoko was frail physically. However, she was lion-hearted in kindness, lion-hearted in generosity, lion-hearted in humanity, the point of liberal arts. And I have no doubt she was lion-hearted in her final moments on earth. Godspeed, Naoko. We are better people for having known you. We are bereft at losing you. Thank you.
Dr. Jason Smith.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. As President Whitfield and Marge mentioned, this is a difficult time for all of us, and we are grateful for the outpouring of community support that we have felt and the many prayers that we have also felt in support of the deceased victims, our colleague who remains hospitalized at this time, and those who are suffering with the less visible effects of the events on Wednesday morning. I'm grateful for the chance to have a moment to tell you a little bit about Patricia Navarro, who was a beloved member of our UNLV Accounting and Lee Business School community and family. Originally from Ponce, Puerto Rico, Pat's is a story that resonates with so many students here at UNLV. She was a pioneer who worked her way through 3 universities into a challenging job at one of the largest public accounting firms in the world, and who chose later to return to the classroom as a professor to share her passion for accounting and information systems while encouraging and mentoring students who were beginning their own journeys and professional adventures. Pat joined our UNLV accounting family in 2019 after completing her PhD at the University of Central Florida, where she launched a timely and promising stream of research focused on cybersecurity and data analytics. Pat immediately made a positive impact in the lives of students and her colleagues. She had a larger-than-life personality, an infectious smile, and a genuine kindness that made everyone around her feel like family. She loved gatherings. The more the merrier, she would say. And she loved baking and sharing, especially dessert items. Her creme brulee and macarons were not to be missed. As her work family, we are so grateful for Pat's enthusiasm and for the way that she lit up a room with her smile and energy. Though her professional accomplishments are impressive, Pat's most important work was at home. Pat and her husband, David, are proud parents of 4 children, and she was blessed to be surrounded with love by her parents, 3 sisters, a brother, many nieces and nephews, and countless friends and colleagues who adored her. As I think about Pat's legacy, it's summed up in a picture frame she has in her kitchen that she brought for Thanksgiving. It has one word, it says "framily." Is defined as friends who become family. And Pat, her lasting legacy is one of a wide circle of friends who, through her influence and love, and through this experience today, find ourselves as family. Thank you.
Dr. Casey Tan.
Good afternoon. I'm Casey Tan, a faculty member at the Marketing and International Business Department. I want to honor our friend and colleague, Jerry Chang. He left behind his beloved wife and 2 children, as well as friends and colleagues at UNLV. I first met Jerry when he came to UNLV in 2001. I joined the business school in 1998. And at the time, we were in the same departments. He was always calm and even-tempered. He never seemed to get angry. We took our children ice fishing together back in those early days at Sunnyside Wildlife Management Center. During one of our trips, both of us driving 2 different cars, got a speeding ticket each at the same place, by the same trooper. We learned our lesson. Jerry was a rigorous researcher and a good teacher who deeply loved his students and UNLV. In fact, he loved UNLV so much that he and his wife discussed some time ago that I hear that he would like to donate his body to research at UNLV. Though our medical school does not take donation like this, Jerry did get his wish to further medical study of students at another institution. This is a true testament of how much he loved teaching, research, UNLV, and higher education. Additionally, I want to share part of what my colleague Han Fen Hu, who worked closely with Jerry in recent years in the MET department. She said, perhaps his most profound impact was on the life of junior faculty members. He was a mentor of the highest caliber, offering guidance and support not just through words but through actions. He shared his experience and wisdom generously, patiently, helping them navigate the complexity of academia. He believed in their potential and celebrated their achievement, fostering a sense of belonging and fellowship in the department. Thank you for the opportunity to honor my friend and colleague Jerry Chang today. We will miss him. His legacy will live on, not just in the memory of those he touched, but in the spirit of cooperation, dedication, and student-centeredness. Thank you.
I welcome Clark County Commissioner and Chair Jim Gibson.
Thank you. I bring the concern and the wish for recovery, an expression of support from the Clark County Commission. Know that each of us have received calls from concerned parents and children through the events that have just transpired. And you will continue in our thoughts and prayers indefinitely. We can't overstate the importance of the swift and heroic actions of the University Police and the Metropolitan Police Department. It sometimes feels like it's never enough. In this instance, it was everything it could have been. And we're grateful for the leadership of your police chief and for the work of the members of your department, and the same with the Metropolitan Police Department. We know through unfortunate experience that we have shared, some of us together, that the days, weeks, and even years to come will focus on recovery. Because even without those physical wounds that did not affect so many, there will still be a path of recovery that must be walked. An important resource that we want anyone affected by this tragedy to know about is the Vegas Strong Resiliency Center. We stood that up on 1 October. The Resiliency Center was created by Clark County and community partners and has expertise in providing trauma-informed care and support to anyone who is suffering from the impacts of mass violence or any other kind of trauma. And that includes students, faculty members, family members, and others in the community. We encourage you, if you wish for some measure of support or help, or just another way to think about the things that have transpired, to reach out to the Resiliency Center at 702-455-AIDE, 455-2433, and they will assist you. After something like this unspeakable act, so many have been affected and hearts have been touched. And while the community has a history of standing with and in support of this university, there are many who have reached out to find a way to make a financial donation to those most severely impacted. The Resiliency Center was created in an effort to be a complete approach to tragedy and meet more needs than just, not that it can ever be overstated, the importance can be overstated, not just counseling, but all kinds of things. And one of the resources that is available there is the capacity to donate. Donation information is on the Vegas Strong Resiliency Center website at Vegas Strong RC for Resiliency Center. So it's vegasstrongrc.org. We want to remind all of those who've been emotionally impacted by this tragic event that you're not alone, that there are resources to help, and that together we will get through this. You see, as President Whitfield said, we love this university. And more importantly, we love everyone who forms a part of the university family. We pledge to you to be there, to continue with you, and to walk that recovery path together with you. Thank you.
Director Garcia.
Thank you, Francis. Good afternoon. As introduced, my name is Adam Garcia, Police Chief for the University Police Services, Southern Command. I want to say from the outset that this press conference is really about the institution, our needs, and the direction in which we're going to go in the next few weeks. But I also am going to provide information regarding the two officers who were involved in the shootout with the suspect, as is required by law. Before I do that, the identity of the third victim was released today. I wanted to acknowledge the pain that her family must feel, but their hurt is collectively the hurt of our entire community. The officers involved in this officer-involved shooting are identified as Detective Nathaniel Drum, D-R-U-M, and Officer Damian Garcia. Detective Drum has been employed with University Police Services since 2017. He is assigned to the Detective Bureau at our Central Area Command. Officer Damian Garcia has been employed with University Police Services since 2018, and he has collateral assignments in the Special Events Division as well as the Detective Bureau. Both officers have been placed on administrative leave, which is a routine act in these kinds of cases pending the outcome of the review of the incident. In a word, these two officers are heroes. They kept the worst from becoming a bloodbath. The collective response and actions of our other initial responding officers, UPD, Metro, and our many regional agencies, no doubt saved lives as well. Their swift response and exceptional courage were pivotal in neutralizing this threat and undoubtedly prevented further harm to our community. I want to express with the deepest gratitude to both Officer Garcia and Detective Drum, who combined bring over 40 years of law enforcement experience to our department. Their dedication to this community is unwavering. As the investigations proceed jointly between UPD and the Metropolitan Police Department, I wanted to extend my thanks to our regional and federal partners for their unwavering support during this very difficult time for our community, our university, our state, our nation, and the department. As well, I am grateful to the many citizens who have stepped forward, religious leaders and businesses in this valley who've come forward and expressed their support in many ways for this department. We will continue to honor the memories of those that we've lost. We will be resilient as a community and as a department, and we will rebuild the UNLV rebel strong spirit. Thank you.
Director. Thank you all. We're running a little tight. I'll take a few questions. Go ahead. You can step up if you want to, Mike. Just say your name, who you're with.
Yeah. My name is Josh. I work for 8 News now, CBS affiliate here in Las Vegas. One of the things that students mentioned is concerns for safety, especially this being an open campus. Is there anything you want to tell some of these students who have those safety concerns, especially entering the spring semester?
President Whitfield, you want to come back up?
Thank you for that question. In the coming days and weeks and months, we will begin and have actually begun a review of our safety practices at our campuses. That review will include what this institution, what the safety and security on this campus will look like in the future. Right now, we can't answer those questions regarding what we're going to do as we move forward. But I will tell you, with the help of our regional partners, we are going to increase the level of staffing as it relates to security and law enforcement on our campuses in the interim until we've been able to determine what direction we will take.
And let me just add to what the chief has shared. We sit in an interesting position that we're an urban research university. And what that means is that we really are connecting the community in a lot of different sorts of ways. I think sometimes when people are thinking about this issue of safety, they believe that if somehow we cordoned off or we made gates around all of ours, that we would make ourselves perfectly safe. And we know from other urban universities that's just not true. But I think the kinds of steps that the chief is talking about are going to be those ones in which we are able to increase the safety that we have on campus. This particular incident, without attempting to analyze it, is just one of those situations that we are struggling with as a country. It's not just on a college campus, it's in our country. And so the way in which we make very strategic, very measured sorts of advances to be able to improve our safety for our students is something that we have already started having those discussions, and of course we'll have more. But part of our safety is being a community. And so that will be part of what we do going forward, is to make sure that we're looking out for each other. That's something that's got to change, not only at UNLV, but in our entire country. It's something that we're committed to, I think, as a community, and my leadership team, our faculty, our staff, and I think our students are going to be an important piece of it. That's the way in which we'll be able to increase our safety, is all of us working together. So thank you.
Just state your name and your organization.
Hi, I'm Neil, Associated Press. Can you give us a situation where the teachers were at the time of the attack? Were they in classrooms, in their office, when the gunman assaulted?
Director Garcia, I suspect you're going to have to stay up here.
Well, first of all, let me tell you that the criminal investigation into this event is being led by the Metropolitan Police Department. So I will not answer questions related to that particular investigation. That is for the sheriff and his team to answer. I can tell you that all of the victims were in Bean Hall.
Any other questions? Last one. Go ahead.
Hi, Caitlin Newberg, Las Vegas Review Journal. I know you said you can't answer questions about the criminal investigation, but shortly before this press conference, Metro put out a call for a new video from inside the hall. Are you able to elaborate on why the public's being asked to help with that? And when you're looking at safety precautions in the future, if additional cameras is something that you're going to be looking at?
Well, the answer to the last question is yes. We certainly are going to look at and determine whether or not additional safety measures are going to take place related to video and cameras, and that I'm assuming is going to be something that we are going to look at very strongly. The first question regarding the request from Metro for video from folks that were there, that is part of the investigative process. The interior of that building does not have cameras, and so we are looking at every avenue that we can to piece together what happened, the sequence of events that took place during that event.
Thank you, everyone.